You're tuned in to Agriculture Today, and we conclude our Monday show with a new segment called Faces in Agriculture. Where I'll talk with farmers, with people involved in agriculture around the state about once a month and learn about their operation challenges and tools they've used to overcome those challenges. And today, our first person, we have Pottawattamie County farmer Glenn Brunkow. Glenn, thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me, Shelby.
Glenn, to start off, can you tell us a little bit about your operation?
Sure. We're the fifth generation here in Pottawattamie County, just north of Wamego. My wife, Jennifer, and I operate the farm. Our two kids are involved. Both of them are grown and off on their own. We raise sheep, cattle. We have a fall calving and a spring calving herd both. And then we grow your normal commodities, soybeans, corn, milo, and hay.
Sounds like a very diversified operation. And with that diversity, what have been some of your biggest challenges?
Sure. You know, our biggest challenge, Pottawattamie County is one of the fastest growing counties in Kansas, population wise. And so we're kind of on the edge of the urban sprawl. And so we're seeing a lot of the ground that we have farmed in the past be bought up to build up houses and people to move out on. So, probably expansion is our hardest, is the most difficult thing. And with new neighbors comes some new challenges too, like burning and spraying and those kind of things too.
And so what have been some tools you've used to hopefully calm down those challenges or just overcome them?
Well, what we have decided is to be a little more intense on the land that we own. We're grazing some cover crops and doing some things where we can run some more cows and more sheep on some crop acres, just trying to make the most out of what we have. We also started a direct to the consumer marketing of all of our lamb, which has been really great. I really enjoy taking it out to the consumer, but it also allows us to produce more on fewer acres. We added the sheep because of that. It was an operation we could add in with the cattle and not necessarily add acres, but add some more income.
And so is that let me think about that word, is expanding to kind of doing some direct to consumer sales something that's been a key to being successful for your operation?
Yeah, it has. It's been a slow progression. I think we've turned the corner on the direct marketing. We've had one of the best years we've had. We started going to farmers markets. We market online also, but it's been a way of adding another stream of income, maybe a stream that is a little more steady and not just once a year, and that's been good. It kind of spreads things out.
Glenn, you've spent a lot of time in the agriculture industry with a lot of different jobs and professions. And so as you look back, what have been some of your favorite things you've seen in agriculture?
Sure. I spent 19 years in extension and served in Wallace County, Harper County, Pottawattamie, and Wabaunsee counties. And it was just fun to go from west to east and learn about agriculture. I sure learned a lot in those first 2.5 years in Wallace County and things that I brought back to my operation. We've went to no-till and trying to conserve as much residue on the ground as we can. And just some things that I learned back there. You learn that this is a big, diverse state with a lot of difference in precipitation and crops and farming practices. But the biggest thing that I've enjoyed is the people. I really enjoyed making those relationships and talking to people and finding out about what was important to them.
And so now, as we look forward, what makes you excited to continue to be in the industry?
Sure. Well, the most exciting thing is both of my kids want to have some piece of the operation in the future. And so to bring the sixth generation back, I think is what keeps me going and keeps pushing. We're trying to, like I said, trying to add some diversification, trying to add some income streams so that we can bring another one or two people back into the operation. The idea that this farm will continue on. We've got one piece of property we homesteaded in the 1880s, and it's important for me to make sure that continues on into the future.
And Glenn, if people would like to learn a little bit more about your operation, where could they do that?
Sure. Bronco Family Lamb. We have a Facebook page, and actually, I have to give credit to my daughter Tatum. She's the one that keeps that up. I'm not very good at taking pictures and documenting what we do, but Tatum does a great job. Or they can just contact me or follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I do dabble in that a little bit, but I'm always open for somebody to get a hold of me through that, and I'd love to tell you more about what we do.
Glenn, I appreciate you taking the time to join us today and share with us a little bit about your operation.
Well, thank you. It's been fun.
That was Pottawattamie County farmer Glenn Brunkow. I will put links in today's show notes where you can learn more information about Glenn. That's all we have for you today on Agriculture Today, but we'll be back with more for you tomorrow.